Welcome everyone to CDO's magazine series of one-on-one interviews with CDOs, data leaders, and key influencers. I'm your host, Robert Lutton, Vice President, Sandhill Consultants, and I'm coming to you today from Toronto, Canada, working with the CDO magazine and the EDM Council. And today I have the pleasure of introducing Mario Cantin, who is the founder and Chief Data Strategist of Prodago. Welcome, Mario.
Hi, Robert. Pleased to be here with you today.
Prodago looks at data governance differently, and it looks to drive more value from it. Could you help our listeners understand how this is achieved?
Absolutely. So data governance is about defining, setting policies and enforcing them. In the end, it's about this. And many organizations lose many years in defining these policies and putting in place a structure around governance. So we're working with multiple organizations where they've been struggling for many years to create and define enterprise policies and directives surrounding data management, and thinking that the value comes from implementing a data governance structure. That means a stewardship organization, a business glossary tool, data quality management, possibly data lineage, and thinking that by doing this, the value will come. It's a misconception. We see this all the time. The problem that organizations are facing is that they see that they fail to operationalize governance. They fail to embed governance in the business processes, in operation, in the project. So how can we make sure that governance deliver value? We need to make sure that the part which is about policy enforcement, the value of governance doesn't come from defining policies and putting in place tools. It comes from the trust, the collaboration, the agility of the organization to use the data. We want to manage data as an asset. So it means the organization in the context we're in right now with all the data challenges, the organization must be agile in its usage of data. So the value comes not from the policies and the structure. The ultimate value comes from the organization being able to achieve its objective with the data. So the part that's lacking everywhere is the capability basically to govern in real context beyond, putting in place a stewardship organization to manage a business glossary. Beyond this, what does it mean? When you have a data-related project that needs to use data, how do you make sure this project benefits from the data governance? So data governance must be beyond the constraints for the project. It must be an enabler. So our focus at Prodago, Prodago meant project data governance. It means we start from the end. The value comes from the ability of the organization to manage its data. The value comes from the capability of project to be aware and align on what needs to be done in order to ensure that the project is compliant, is secure, is responsible, ethical in its way it's managing data. So the approach of Prodago is to ensure that a project gets the value from data governance.
Obviously, there's quite a lot there. And I noticed that you also tie in data and analytics together. Could you give us your thoughts on why you believe these two go together?
I think it's a mistake that's been trying to be corrected for many years. Initially, data governance was defined by a financial institution needed to comply to Basel. So at this point, data governance meant governing the data itself. governing the attributes of the data. So that meant, financial institutions needed to demonstrate that they had data lineage, stewardship organization, metadata management, and data quality issue management. So it was governance of the data attributes. Right. So what happened in the past 10 to 12 years is that the governance part has been enlarged to a discipline like ethics, like privacy, like security, which are not typically considered data governance. They're considered interrelated, but they are. Okay, they are just different facets of data management that needs to be governed. So it's more about the governance of data management than the governance of data itself. So that's the big switch that has been addressed. It's about governing data management, and data management includes data quality, data lineage, and metadata management. But it also includes, with the same level of interconnectivity, management of data privacy, of security, of ethics. So when you look at it this way, when it's about governing data management and the specificities, what are the specificities of analytics? It just means that beyond quality and privacy and ethics, it also means, that you must specifically govern bias management. You must specifically govern the human agency. So different topics are just added to the scope and subject covered by data governance. So the point here is data and analytic governance go hand in hand. It's a wording to ensure that all the required facets of data management are covered.
So, if we expand upon that thought, we know that many organizations are looking to apply advanced analytics, and some of that may be privacy, may be ethics and things like that, as well as artificial intelligence to solve their long-standing problems. Could you provide some insights on how Prodago as an organization and a product is actually helping address these challenges?
Sure, absolutely. So Prodago has a very strong interest in supporting organization with their advanced analytic and AI project. Okay, so why is that? Okay, Prodago, it's a lean governance framework that includes enterprise governance and project governance. The project related to AI and advanced analytic definitely needs governance. Without governance, they fail. The key driver here is very simple. 80% of AI initiative fail to reach widespread development. 80%.
Wow.
And we're seeing this everywhere. Everywhere, a lot of proof of concept model being developed, and they don't go to production. Why is that? Is it because the technology is not there? No, it's not because of the technology. It's because of the misalignment of what's being developed with the business objective and the lack of trust of the organization in the actual solution being developed. Okay, and the misalignment with privacy or ethical or security issues regarding this. So the key pain here is about the processes and the accountabilities around in designing, in creating AI solution that's not there. So that part needs to be governed. So Prodago is focused on that perspective. Prodago helps AI advanced analytic project to plan, to execute, and to build oversight in what they're doing. So what does that mean? It means you have a new AI initiative and you have a specific business objective. The Prodago platform, the Prodago software is helping the project to plan not only metadata management and data quality and data privacy activities that are required in the project. It's also defining the specific activities regarding human agency and bias and model management. So these are just extended activities specific to AI that we prescribe and support project in planning.
Mario, I know a lot of organizations are interested in obviously Lean and Six Sigma and things like that. And I understand that obviously from your background that you've managed to create a Lean data and analytics governance operating model. I wonder if you might take a couple of minutes and explain how that might be of help to an organization.
Absolutely. So the Lean aspect is the most important one. Okay, why is that? It means, okay, you're seeing right now new laws and regulation that comes around AI. We're seeing this. In Europe, there's the European AI Act that's coming. In Canada, you've seen 3 weeks ago, Bill C-27 with the Data and AI Act that's going to regulate how the organization can design and use AI. So what does that mean? It means in terms of your AI project, where you want to be innovate, you want to be fast, you want to create value for your organization, you need to do this while being aligned on these external laws and regulation. You want to do the best, implement the best practices in governing the design of your solution. So if you were to do everything that's possibly required, this will kill any AI initiative. So how do you balance this? Okay, being lean means ensuring that the minimum stuff to succeed is being done. You start with this, okay? We understand that the organization are ill-equipped to address the governance challenge. Nonetheless, they're doing AI, so what can you do in terms of governance to succeed and not kill the initiative, the AI project? So in order to do this, you need to be lean. So in our perspective, what lean means is you look at the specific context of the AI initiative, you look at the objective of this initiative, and you identify the minimum governance requirement to succeed. What are these minimum requirements? And you make sure that these minimum requirements are implemented. Then you look at the maturity of the organization. You know, are you just starting in governance? Are you just experimenting and your AI adoption stage is low? So based on this, you need to make sure that you don't inject too much governance. You want to adjust the level of governance based on the context, based on the laws and regulations that are essential, and based on your organization maturity. If you don't do this, you'll fail. So being lean means basically starting with the stuff that absolutely matter in terms of governance activities, and then build on it as you grow your capabilities.
Mario, I'd like to thank you for your time today. We really appreciate it, and we hope that we'll get the chance to have you come back and share your knowledge and experience on what's going on with Prodago in the space of data and analytics governance.
Thank you very much, Robert, for inviting me to this discussion.
Oh, it's a pleasure. And for our listeners, please visit cdomagazine.tech for additional interviews. Thank you.